What's good, YouTube, man? Y'all already know what it is. Your boy Frazo reaction. I'm coming back at y'all with something light. I'm coming back at y'all with another reaction video. And as y'all can already see by the title of today's video, man, we about to be reacted to. China is living in the future and it's all banned in America. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know bro name. I can't even say that. I'm not even about to say it and it sounds goofy as hell. But if you did not know, man, if you've been living under a rock, I ain't gonna lie, China's been up on us for years, man. You know what I'm saying? Majority of our stuff comes from China and shit like that. And it's like when you scrolling on social media and you know what I'm saying, looking at TikTok, Instagram, whatever the case may be, you just see all this advanced shit coming from China. But we ain't got that shit over here. You know what I'm saying? They show us stuff and we get it like 10 maybe 15 years later. Like all the shit that we be seeing in the movies for all that advanced shit, that comes from China. I'm sorry. Our government might got it, but they ain't giving it to us. They ain't fucking with us. You know what I'm saying? And all this stuff in this video is banned in America. So we about to see what in this video from China is banned in America. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's crazy. A lot of these other countries, a lot of stuff that we do in America, they don't even do in their countries type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's mad different. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you drop a like, comment, subscribe. We on the road to 600 subscribers and we going strong. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And without further ado, you know what I'm saying? Let's figure it out. Let's hear what's going on. I ain't gonna lie. I'm interested. I want to see what China got on us. You know what I'm saying? I want to see if they up the score, you know, all that good shit. So let's get to it. Drop a like.
Hey everyone, I went to the most high-tech city in China and possibly the
High-tech city
world,
in China.
Shenzhen.
Shenzhen.
And I went with the goal to see
Oh
brand
shit.
new tech and what we're missing out on in North America,
Oh,
as
hold
well
on,
as
wait.
hunt for
What's
vintage
that?
and rare tech as well. Brand new tech and what we're missing out on
Oh,
in
that
North
car. That car was
America,
tough.
as well as hunt for vintage and rare tech as well.
Vintage
And I have
and
to
rare
say,
tech,
what I
damn.
saw and what I found was even more incredible than I expected.
Word, let's see. Let's see what he found, chat. I like this clip. City at night. Shanghai.
This video is
I
brought
might
to
be
you
wrong.
by
He might have said
MemoMind.
it some different way.
So I stayed in a pretty small hotel, which was approximately $50 USD a night, and it had all
$50.
the essentials I could ever need.
That's
But what they
smooth.
didn't tell me is that right
50
next door
beans.
they had
Yo, 50 beans for a hotel, bro. Out here, you're paying like 150 plus for a hotel where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. $50. Hey, man. Shit, I'll take that any day.
Steve Jobs just hanging out. And this was a Steve
Steve
Jobs
Jobs.
robot with AI built in, so you can already see that the tech theme is present already. While
Oh,
I was
yeah,
there, I met
yeah.
up with my friend Tom, also
But he
known
just
as
opened
by
the
Review,
door
and we
with
hung out pretty much the entire
his
time.
hand.
And this was also Tom's first trip to China as well. And for me, it was my second.
Yeah, that should look like Florida a little bit with them
Now,
palm trees and
Shenzhen
shit.
is a massive city in China, and a lot of China is
Shenzhen,
already
that's what you
very technologically advanced, but Shenzhen takes it to the next level. This is a city that loves robots.
They got
there are
robots
everywhere.
Damn, they got robots serving you and shit like that. Like, don't get me wrong. Out here, you know what I'm saying? They got their little robot shit. You know what I'm saying? Little robot come drop, bro. This shit crazy.
Coffee robots,
Robots
street
fighting and
cleaners,
shit.
police robots,
Robots making ice
cute
cream.
robots, not so
Police.
cute robots, even robot boxing. Yes, there is a robot boxing league in China, and at this particular mall, they had a robot boxing setup right in the middle of the mall. And this is
You know what this remind me of? What's that shit called?
a city that also loves self-driving cars.
Steel.
Whether they were
A Man of
autonomous
Steel. Is it?
Playing on iPhone? Now you can
Is
play
this
unlocked
Man
on
of Steel?
PC with
No.
Google Play
That's
games.
Iron Man shit.
ride-sharing vehicles or
I
owned
forgot. What's
vehicles
that
using
robot movie
self-driving.
called,
You
chat?
could tell by the blue LEDs in
watch
the
that shit.
vehicles
Adam.
that you know that they were autonomous driving vehicles.
Autonomous
And there were
driving
also
vehicle.
drones everywhere. In some parks, you could actually have your food or drinks delivered to this box, and then the drone flies away and does the next order. And I did
Damn,
find
that's
the drone
tough.
spawning point, which was pretty cool to see. Now, some of these things are obviously a little touristy, a little gimmicky, but technology was in every facet of this city beyond just some of these kind of flashy things. And kind of the futuristic vision of this city carried along to architecture and design in the city as well.
Nah,
There were
for
parts
real.
of Shenzhen that had very futuristic architecture and buildings, and parts that felt very
Yeah, their
solarpunk,
architecture,
surrounded
yeah,
by
I could
nature
definitely
with
say their
bridges and
architecture is
flowing
way,
forms. You know those kind of
way
like
more advanced
Utopia
than
City
ours.
meme images that like if this happened, then this would happen? Yeah, Shenzhen in a lot of parts kind of looked like those images.
Damn.
But in contrast, there were a lot of areas that felt traditional and historic as well. And the high-tech theme carried over to a lot of stores I visited. Major Chinese smartphone and tech brands like
That shit look
Xiaomi,
tough.
Huawei, Vivo, and Oppo are stores I
Hold on.
visited. Major Chinese smartphone and tech brands
Hold on, that shit low key hard though. That shit look like Cyborg on the phone and shit. You know what I'm saying?
like Xiaomi,
They got the little small shit. Oh no. That shit flip. It flip like this. It look like oh, this shit tough. Or I might flip down.
Huawei, Vivo, and Oppo.
Damn, them
doing some
shit's hard.
pretty
Look at the
amazing
cameras
things,
on them.
and actually trying some unique things too. And I did a video
Whoa,
a few months back doing a more in-depth
that computer OC.
look at these tech stores, but seeing these brands' new devices was very impressive too. For example, Huawei's brand new compact wide foldable, it's a pretty cool device and a great form factor. There's also massive tech stores like Sundan Life, which has all the latest tech innovations like audio, phone accessories, speakers, new devices, AI-specific gadgets, cooling technology. And stores like this carry basically everything, like things that are going to be popular right now, and things that are going to be popular like 6 months from now. There were even stores for very specific hobbies and brands, like a Bamboo Lab store with everything 3D printed throughout the store, and keyboard stores. There were so many incredible things to see in person at these stores and malls, and
we don't got like, and that's the thing, yo. Stuff like this that they got out there in China and all that. Like, yeah, we got like, you know what I'm saying, the little stores and they sell that, but like, bro, just looking at their products compared to ours, man.
It was also just very fun to see all these
3D
stores
printers
and brands
everywhere.
you pretty much only see online.
You got 3D printed
having
shoes
these
out there and
massive,
shit like that.
innovative new retail
Don't get me wrong, we got people out
experiences.
here making that.
But what I
Damn,
was
look at them
really
robots.
interested in were the malls selling both new and
You ain't got
old
stores and
tech.
shit like that.
Welcome to Huaqiang Bay, and it really
Huaqiang
is an
Bay.
entire neighborhood block that's just tech stores. Now, the
Just
most
text.
famous mall in this neighborhood is SEG Market, and it was about 10 floors of small vendors selling
10
keyboards and
floors.
speakers and fans, these little mini Android baby iPhones, and other parts. It was definitely impressive, but it wasn't exactly what I was looking for because a lot of these things are available on Amazon, AliExpress, or Taobao. A lot of these malls had kind of the same things. And I visited some of the other malls in the area which were very similar, but there was one vendor that had those Android handhelds
old
that are pretty
games?
popular right now.
Android
You can play emulators and PS2 games on.
Oh,
And I was
that's
on the lookout
tough.
for used
I
devices,
might need one so I
rare,
can play San
vintage
Andreas.
Y2K tech, and eventually I found some incredible places.
Midnight Club.
First, there's the used phone markets. These are incredible places where you can find basically every device imaginable.
Damn, they got
iPhones,
all the
Android
iPhones.
phones, a lot of Chinese Android phones you just can't get in North America, all for fairly reasonable prices in varying conditions. This
it
is where
cheaper?
all
Oh,
the
damn.
phones that we end up getting rid of or upgrading from pretty much end up. But finding like vintage or older
Yeah, because ain't all phones made in like China or something, like it say in the back, like iPhone and all that. So like all of our e-waste goes out to China and shit.
tech was definitely a bit of a
got the
challenge though.
Nokia.
A lot of these stores
Damn,
focused on selling
PSP,
newer
that.
products. But funny enough, a lot of the sellers that I met that had these kind of retro and vintage devices didn't want to sell them because they themselves were collectors. They were proud to own these devices, have them on display, and not even sell them. But I did meet one seller who had this amazing collection of classic and rare phones on display at his booth that he wasn't looking to sell. Just being able to chat with somebody who's also such a big fan of technology, especially
Nokias.
vintage technology, was
That's like when I
incredible.
was growing
At
up
the end
right
of our
there, chat.
conversation, he basically just gifted me one of the phones
no
from his
bet.
collection out of the kindness of his heart.
That gold
At
one
the end of our
look tough.
conversation, he basically just
What? The gold on it with the red. That's like for Shawty though.
gifted me one of the phones from his collection out of the kindness of his heart.
He
I
gifting
offered
shit
to
too?
pay, he said no, and it was really just such a wonderful, wholesome moment part of the trip.
They got
I
some
also had to
Nokias.
check out the infamous Frankenstein iPhone Mall in a city block that pretty much only sold iPhone parts and pieces.
Oh, that's litty.
This was a multi-floor mall that pretty much just sold iPhone shells, parts, batteries, and even fully assembled working iPhones, as well as some iPads, MacBooks, and the occasional Android. You could basically build an entire iPhone from just parts.
That's what
you
I'm
would
saying.
find
I was
in
just
this
about to
mall.
say
There were
that.
So many iPhones and pieces all in one place.
Like, damn, they so in the video over there, they building their own shit. Like, no funny shit. Like, they building like everything. Like, they got it so you can do it yourself.
The sheer quantity of the
Instead of having to,
stacks
like,
and stacks
buy,
of different
you know what I'm
colored
saying, buy a phone.
iPhones and different models was incredible. You're gonna get sick of me saying malls, but there were
Oh, they was
plenty of
teaching them too?
multi-level malls just selling a whole bunch of different technology. There was one mall I found that had a floor that was just for hi-fi audio setups, massive speakers, a truly insane collection. There was also an entire mall that I found that was just selling digicams, like literally 5 floors of different sellers, some selling
I do need,
higher-end
like, a
cameras, but
camera.
a lot of them just selling like early 2000s digicams. And this
Right.
mall was absolutely insane. There were some incredibly weird cameras,
need a
and I ended
Canon
up grabbing a few
GX,
which I'll show off in my
a
haul a bit
Canon
later. So these were just some of the
G7X
store experiences I had shopping across Shenzhen for
for the
technology.
vlog shot.
And you could spend a lot of money in this city, both on new and old
That
tech,
shit look
and you could
tough.
spend
That
days
green
just going
color.
through these malls and exploring. It
Oh,
really is
yeah.
an incredible sight to see. Now, one piece of tech that I brought on my trip that was genuinely helpful during my travels was a pair of smart glasses from a company called MemoMind, also the sponsor of this video. Lenses and to these very fast for things on the screen.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
also
fuck with the
original
meta
on
glasses,
picture.
chat.
You could keep the glasses on, turn on the feature, and get the general sense of a conversation with someone who doesn't speak English without pulling out my phone. Almost like live translated subtitles.
That's OD
There's
lit.
also an optional feature that you chat very helpful, but pulling it in the video feels charging. And a lot of these connectivity, of course, the China's lead in technology and services. I'll leave a link in the video description. Now, one of the big parts of China's lead in technology and something else that made the city feel so futuristic were, of course, the electric cars. In terms of design, batteries, charging, smart features, connectivity, self-driving.
Yeah, I know I keep pausing the chat, but it's like, bro, like, do you not see what the fuck is going on? Like, look at their electric cars out there compared to our electric cars. Like, this is the Wyoming. I don't even know.
They are miles ahead with these cars in China.
Like,
And a
Rolls
lot of these
Royce,
cars are just having fun
like,
with
look at that.
technology too, like screens that follow you and tilt and adjust,
Nah, that's
or little
tough.
robot assistants, or
They got the AI in the V.
gesture controls that are
Gesture
completely
control.
unnecessary,
Like, what?
but just very cool. And there's screens everywhere, coolers. These cars are
Cooler and a
absolutely
V?
full of technology. And while these designs aren't for everyone,
Nice
Chinese
bev,
cars have
nice
a very
little
distinct
sweet,
identity
nice
of
little
looking
drink,
very
spliff.
futuristic, like something you'd
OD.
see in Cyberpunk or Blade Runner.
Facts.
But one car brand that really blew me away is XPeng. It's a brand we really haven't heard of in North America.
And they got the cars out there that could like revert, like they
quite
could
big
the
in
tires
China.
rotate
I took a bullet
to where
train
they
from
can like
Shenzhen
shift
to Guangzhou to check
and
out their
like move
headquarters
you out
and
of
see
a
their
parallel
lineup of
parking
vehicles, as well as test out their VLA 2.0 self-driving system for their cars, and it was surprisingly good and also worked well for self-parking. But of course, this brand
I don't know
isn't
about
just
self-driving
making
cars though,
electric
chat.
cars.
I ain't
They're
gonna
also
lie.
making
That's some shit that,
humanoid
like,
robots.
kinda
They're
scary.
also, of course, working
Damn.
on flying cars, and not just one.
Flying
Different
cars.
models. And these are not just like concept vehicles. These are vehicles that are actually either going into mass
can fly that
production
yourself.
or being tested extensively already in the sky. And I know like flying car for some of these is a very loose term, but they're kind of like really big drones that can carry people inside, I guess. But like
Yeah.
XPeng is extensively working on these things. And like, for example, this carrier van that can eject this flying vehicle is being produced by 2027. It was just
That's
so
next
crazy
year.
to see all of this in person.
That's
But
OD.
my
We don't even got no
experience in
flying
Shenzhen
cars or
wasn't
anything like
just
that. We
about
got the most we
technology,
got
of
over here in
course. This
America
is
is
a
the
fully
little drones.
developed, massive megacity that offered a lot more than just things you could buy or flashy tech devices.
Like the
A
city
city that
look
prides
beautiful. I
itself
ain't
on
gonna
being
lie. Like,
futuristic
views,
isn't
OD
just about
pics, yo.
consumerism, but it's a
Imagine
place you
getting
can
fly
actually
and
enjoy
taking flicks
living
out
in.
there, yo.
Shenzhen
Oh
had a lot of
man.
amazing nature, parks, places to escape the busy city and just hang out and enjoy your time. There were, of course, malls everywhere, like massive shopping
This may be the last ad you ever see. Because with the free ad block extension from Capital One Shopping
centers, but they weren't just
Yeah, they
places
got
that you
game
could
centers
just
too.
buy things. There were places to also
Like
hang
the
out,
old
like
arcades,
third
yo.
spaces. People were just sitting,
You know,
eating,
we low key need
enjoying,
that back.
skating,
The old
doing group
arcades with all the arcade games and shit like that. Like that stay open until like 12, 1 o'clock at night. Where you could just go there and play games with the boys. Feel me? Bring your shorty there. Like what?
activities. And compared to here in North America, where malls are actively dying because everybody's just shopping online and there's no
Yeah,
reason to
malls is
actually visit a
actively
mall
dying out
besides
here.
buying things, it was quite the contrast to see.
They hooping. China got some hoopers. I ain't gonna lie. He did break that right there.
I also visited some incredible museums, including this exhibit at the Shenzhen Bay Cultural Square, which just focused on
that's
good product design.
yo.
Simple things like boxes and bottles
Might
alongside
have had me
technology
tripping in
from a
that
variety of
first
different
joint you walked
countries,
through.
including a lot of Chinese
Got the
innovation we've seen over
old
the
shit
past
in
few
there.
years, like some of the first folding phones, beautiful furniture design. I took so many photos, it's a great place to learn from and of course reference in my own work in the future. And I love galleries that focus on not just traditional art and sculptures, but also on good design, because a lot of these products we use every day are art in their own way.
That's facts. Somebody created it. They had
And
the
also, of course,
inspiration.
the food in Shenzhen was incredible. I'm vegetarian, and there were so many amazing vegetarian restaurants all throughout the city. A lot of them
I ain't
were
gonna lie, that
buffets
shit
with
look
a huge
bussin'. I ain't
variety
gonna
of
fuck to you.
incredible dishes. And I definitely needed to
Presentation
go on
is
this trip
everything,
because it was
child.
incredibly hot
I ain't gonna
and
lie,
there
the
was a
presentation
lot
on the
of
food
walking.
look. I'll say.
And the moment you've been waiting for, the haul. Okay, first up, I bought this Sony digital camera. This is the DSC KW1. It has like a rotating camera
that's
module.
tough.
It's incredibly weird. I
That's
think it's super
OD
cool.
though.
Next, I bought this modded green iPhone 7, and
What, they
it
got a different
all
color?
works. It was
Modded
$60
green
Canadian,
iPhone
which
7.
is pretty crazy. I also bought this Casio Xilm, another really weird kind of like rotating camera thing. It's like a super strange device, but also a really cool one.
It got
This
like
is a
its
fun
own
one.
stand
The
on it. That's
very
what that big part
strange
was.
Samsung Galaxy Folder. It is an
Hold
Android
on.
flip phone, but in the more
Killing niggas
traditional
with the
flip phone
Android.
sense.
Oh,
I was
and it's
gifted this
touchscreen?
Nokia 7610 by that shop owner I
That's
mentioned earlier.
what?
This is a super weird but beautiful phone, and I'm
That don't
incredibly
work?
grateful that I was given this. I absolutely love this design. I also
Might
bought this
not work.
white iPhone 3G in pretty good condition, and it all works. I grabbed a pretty regular space gray iPhone 6 as well. I've been looking for a minimal clean USB-C charging razor, and I found this Lifen one. It's all aluminum, and it works pretty well. I also bought these Huawei Free Clip 2 earbuds that kind of just clip onto your ear. They don't actually go in your ear. And these ones come with this crazy chromed out case that has wireless charging, and the
I ain't gonna
earbuds
lie, them
themselves
shits
are
hard.
chrome as well. They kind of look like a piece
Cause
of
yo,
jewelry.
when you be wearing the
and they actually
AirPods and shit like that, and the other headphones, them should be falling off your ear. You gotta get some damn beats and shit like that. But who wanna be running around? Who wanna run around with them big ass headphones, or wanna run around with these on? Like, you know what I'm saying?
do sound really good.
Shit kinda
I've
crazy.
been going back and forth on buying this for a while, but this time I just bought it. It's the Insta360 Amiro, and it's basically like a secondary screen that plugs into your iPhone and actually is a touch screen, so you can take
What?
photos, preview videos with this.
Oh, I
and
need
it has
that.
a selfie light built in as well.
Insta
It's pretty great.
360?
Now at that massive iPhone
yeah, I'm about to
parts
look into
mall,
that,
I bought
chat.
these. It's 10 iPhone 10s's. It's just the shell, but it's pretty cool looking. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Maybe a little bit of an art project. But unfortunately, I didn't stop there. I bought 6 iPhone 14 shells. Also, don't know why I did, but I just had to. And then I
14
bought
shells.
this Sony Rion Pocket Pro Plus. It's basically a wearable air conditioning unit, and it
Wearable
kind of
air
feels like you're
conditioning
pressing like a coin that's really cold to the back of your neck, and it kind of cools you down.
What?
I wouldn't say it's as good as I expected, but it kind of works. It does heating or cooling, and the heating
or
works a
cooling.
lot better than the cooling, let me tell you that. And yeah, that's my haul.
That's crazy. Damn, they got mad shit out there, bro. Like, but the designs, though, the architectures, all that, that all plays the aesthetic.
It's not often for me that I'll travel to the same country again within only a few months of visiting the first time, but after my first time visiting China, I was just longing to see even more. And being so interested in technology, of course, I wanted to see where some of the most cutting edge tech was coming out of China, and Shenzhen was the perfect place for that.
Shenzhen.
Seeing a mix of technology, both old and new, places and architecture that felt
This is
very
way more of a
futuristic,
damn.
and
That's a
brands
big
doing
ass
things that
robot
we
face.
promised would be in the future, but they're happening today, was very exciting.
Yeah,
All of
China
this
on
in a
that
city
shit.
that wasn't just flashy things and new devices, but was genuinely full of nature and beauty and places that you actually wanted to spend time in, just made the overall trip and experience even more wonderful. I also had a great time traveling with Tom, and you can check out his video about his experience in China at the link in the video description. And if you like this video, be sure to leave a like down below.
Definitely. Yo, chat, drop what y'all think in the comment section below. Like, I ain't gonna lie, from the aesthetic of the cities and stuff like that, their architectures, you know what I'm saying, the way they made their buildings, you know what I'm saying, and like how it looks at night and everything, and especially like their technology, like robots, the phones, and they had the old Johns there. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I might have to take a trip to Shenzhen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might have to go pick me up some tech and stuff like that. Cause you know what I'm saying. If you know me, you know what I'm saying, active on the other social medias. You know what I'm saying. That's right here at the bottom of the screen. Tap in, tap in. You feel me? But yo, I be building PCs and stuff like that, fixing PS5s and shit. So you know what I'm saying. I do have a little bit of tech, into that. So I'm definitely gonna have to go check out Shenzhen. But if y'all, feel me, drop what y'all think in the comment section below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you drop a like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 600 subscribers. We going strong. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And without further ado, I'm gonna see you on the next one on Gang.